Okay. I knew it was going to come to this retarded fuck shit. But before I begin, I'm going to put links in the comments section here because apparently we got the tinfoil hat wearers. Uh, well, shall I say, we got the anti-Manosphere tinfoil hat wearers all up in arms because their claims fell flat on its ass and they can't take it. And and listen to them whine and cry over the fact that they're the only ones who are trying so hard and so desperate to make the Antioch, yes, the correct term is Antioch high school mass shooter, Solomon Henderson, be part of the red pill in the manosphere. And for what? Because he claims to be an incel, and not much else. But yeah, click those links and then we'll get started. All right. Now that y'all caught up to speed, I need to put these anti-manosphere retarded fucks back in their place. Because they think whining and crying is gonna change the fact. It's gonna change the fact and make people believe what they want them to believe, versus the evidence, manifesto, diary, internet search history, all that combined. See, here's the problem with with the claims from the anti-manosphere. They so hell bent on trying to find each and every way possible to get rid of the manosphere that they'll even go as far. They will even go as far to try to find a connection that's not even there. Yeah, yeah. How sad and pathetic is that? But before I go any further, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Antioch High School mass shooter, Solomon Henderson. As far as the information goes, for not just myself but other sources, in which that's why I got links in the comments section. And no, I'm not defending this piece of trash, nor am I glorifying the shit that he does. Because over here on this side of the manosphere, violent and abusive acts will not be tolerated. Let's get that shit out the way. Solomon Henderson is what I describe as a self-hating WS, and y'all know what those initials means. WS envying, anti-Semitic, hateful, violent person. And for all the information I gathered, this dude had an extreme obsession with white supremacy as well as mass shooters. His family life is dark as hell. That's all I can say on that. And on top of that, we also found out that this is the same one that was suspended for bringing a gun on campus, in which, of course, that would have been a warning sign right there. He even left notes on his diary, prepping for that moment. From planning it out to orchestrating, in which he wanted to pull it off in the school cafeteria because there were many students there. However, he only killed one student, in which he didn't know her, and wounding a teacher before taking his own life. And yes, I look at his actions as cowardly. I believe DMX said it best. Never take a man's life because you hate yours. And that's exactly what Solomon Henderson did. I have no respect for scum like him. But back to the matter at hand. But before that, I'd like to send my prayers and condolences to the families who lost their loved ones due to this cowardly act. That being said, let's continue. Back on the matter at hand. From all that we gathered, there's one problem with the anti-Manosphere's claims, stating that Solomon Henderson is the future of Red Pill Manosphere. There's a problem. There's nothing linking Solomon Henderson to neither Red Pill or the Manosphere. Everybody did a thorough check on all the information here. And the only thing they can link Solomon to is white supremacist websites, as well as an incel forum. What's more, we also found out that Solomon Henderson had a close connection to the Madison, Wisconsin Abundant Life Christian School shooter, Natalie Rupo. I think I pronounced her last name right. But what is his connection with her? And which I find baffling is that they think only men. You got motherfuckers out here still thinking that only men can be mass shooters. Nope. Natalie Rupo proved all y'all wrong. You got women out here committing mass shootings too. But everybody's quiet on that. But when it's a male mass shooter, now all of a sudden everybody wants to rile up. But back to the question at hand. These anti-Manosphere retarded fucks claim that Solomon Henderson is Red Pill and Manosphere, but where's the connection? Because we all did our research. So fuck all that you don't know what you're talking about shit. Because unlike these anti-Manosphere retarded fucks who goes around just making conspiracy theories, we actually do thorough research and find out just to get to the bottom of what's happening. And what's more, upon further investigating, Solomon Henderson says that the ones who inspired him to go through this cowardly act, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, iDubbbz, Destiny, even Kanye West, and the list goes on. But there's a problem. Well, not a problem, but a question everybody's asking. Yeah, we hear Candace Owens, iDubbbz, Destiny, Kanye West, and a few others, but the question still remains. Who in the Red Pill community and the Manosphere influenced Solomon Henderson to go on a mass shooting? Oh, that's right. The ones that were mentioned have no part in Red Pill and the Manosphere. And the last time I checked, unless that unless the suspect has a connection to a certain person or a certain group, then your claims are irrelevant. In other words, where is the connection here? Yeah, Solomon Henderson has a connection with the incel community, and there's no denying that. But as far as him having this so-called connection with Red Pill and the Manosphere, is not there. So basically, so the anti-manosphere claim, so these claims from the anti-manosphere stating that Solomon Henderson is Red Pill and Manosphere completely falls flat on its ass. And no, and no. Nobody's trying to hear that. But what? But wait, he knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who has ties to the Manosphere. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Either he has a direct connection to the Red Pill and the Manosphere, or he don't. This is the reason why you still got retarded fucks out here still whining and crying about the New York subway mass shooter being Red Pill, and it falls onto deaf ears. It's either he has a direct connection, or or your claims are bullshit. Ain't no what he know what he knows about a person that knows about another person. Nobody's trying to hear that shit. And if that was the case, we would see reactions from both the Red Pill community and the Manosphere, which they aren't there. And some actually did investigations themselves as well. But here's the part where I really want to touch up on, because these same anti-manosphere retarded fucks sit there and wonder why all their claims fail. Not only do all their claims fail, but they sit back and wonder why people look at them as nothing more than conspiracy theorists. In which, of course, that question is simple to answer. Because look at each and every time something tragic happens, and what do they do? And what do they do? They say that, oh, it's the Manosphere, it's the Red Pill, but yet there's no connection. And what's more is that people are now starting to look at these conspiracy theorists as bad actors. And what I mean by bad actors, I mean they don't care about the tragedy, but they more like focus on pushing their narrative. And fuck no. Nobody cares about the anti-manosphere's personal beliefs, personal grudges. Nobody cares about the anti-manosphere's feelings of what the anti-manosphere wants people to believe. Everybody is focusing on getting down to the facts. Everybody's focusing on getting down to the truth. Everybody's focused on getting down to why he did what he did. Fuck the conspiracy theories. Fuck the whataboutisms. Fuck all that. What you believe happened. Either you know the truth and you have the facts, or you don't. Everything else is bullshit. And what's even more ironic, the only ones claiming that Solomon Henderson is red pill and manosphere are other content creators. Where do we don't hear these claims from? The news, the police, the federal, the feds. We don't hear that claim nowhere else except from these motherfucking anti-manosphere conspiracy theorists. I mean, shit. Even the ADL, out of all out of out of all places, even the ADL does not acknowledge Solomon Henderson as neither red pill or manosphere, and they have every right, and they have every right to sit there and make that claim. Why they didn't? Because there is no connection. And it doesn't matter if these anti-manosphere conspiracy theorists scream, hoop, holler, throw a hissy fit, throw a childish tantrum. The facts are the facts. And by the end of the day, Solomon Henderson is not red pill, nor is he manosphere. The least you can say Solomon Henderson is an incel. And if that's the case, then it's the incels you motherfuckers need to check. Not over here trying to add other groups into a situation that has nothing to do with them. And before I go, let me school the anti-manosphere conspiracy theorists here, because apparently they still got it in their motherfucking heads, thinking that, oh, the manosphere is one big group thing. And what's more, these are supposed to be the biggest brains on YouTube. These are the ones who's supposed to be the smartest motherfuckers on YouTube, while everyone else is dumb as fuck. Yet they still can't figure shit out. They still believe the manosphere is one big group thing, instead of understanding that the manosphere consists of several different groups. And what's more, what happened last week should have teach them that. How can the manosphere be one big group thing if you got groups in the manosphere that don't fucking get along with each other? You got groups in the manosphere that don't see eye to eye. But if they can't see eye to eye, they don't get along with each other, and they have separate groups in the manosphere. How can the manosphere be one big group thing? And they wonder why their constant fights and battles with the manosphere always results in the anti-manosphere failing consecutively 8 fucking times. 8 consecutive times, the anti-manosphere tried to go at the red pill, the manosphere, in attempts to shut it down, and it all failed miserably. And as one of my co-workers once has stated, if you keep trying and trying, but still ain't getting the results you want, then it's time to rethink your strategy. But no, they don't want to do that. They still thinking that a failed attempt will somehow gain them a different result. And they wonder why for the past 7 years, yes, 7 years, they've been trying and still can't get the results they want. And this right here is it gonna be the game changer they were looking for? And unless there is a connection, then the anti-manosphere really don't have an argument here. So yeah, they could do their live streams, their podcasts, do all this other shit, crying, and guess what? still won't get the results they want. So by the end of the day, if they want to go at someone, then yes. He claimed to be an incel, so the incels need to explain themselves. Other than that, all the other groups of the Manosphere ain't got nothing to do with his actions. That being said, stop your crying, you anti-Manosphere conspiracy theorists, because if you had a point, people would catch on to it. In fact, everybody would be saying the exact same thing. Why they not? Okay then. I said what I had to say. I'm done and I'm out this bitch. Later.